Mindful movement practice. Find a comfortable space to move and stretch your body without being interrupted. This practice is done by lying down on the floor or on the mat or a thick rug. If you have any physical challenges or discomfort, seek the advice of the doctors or therapists before doing these movements. Remembering this is not a competition with yourself or anybody. Feel free to adapt and pace these movements by listening to your body and do whatever feels is okay for you right now. At any point, if you find that any of these postures or movements are difficult, then skip them and return to a neutral lying down posture until the next posture begins. In this way, honor your body and know its limits while doing these movements as best you can. Now, lying on your back, letting your feet fall from each other, and with your arms lying on the side of your body and your palms facing up if that feels comfortable to you. Now, tuning attention to the points of this body connecting to the floor or mat underneath. Noticing the touch and pressure of the heels, legs, buttocks, lower back, upper back, the shoulders, and the back of the head coming in contact with the floor. Now, gently bringing attention to the sensations of the breathing, movements of the breath in the lower abdomen, belly, noticing rising and falling back of the abdomen on every in breath and on the every out breath. Whenever you're ready, on the next out breath, slowly lifting the arms with both hands coming up above your head, stretching out as far as the fingers will go, and also letting the toes in both feet stretching out in the opposite direction, holding the entire body in a stretched posture. And now continuing to breathe and notice the sensations all the way down to the arms, armpits, side of the body, in your legs. On the next out breath, letting go of the stretch and allowing the arms to come down slowly to rest on the side of your body, palms facing towards the ceiling. And now noticing what happened after having done this stretch. Gently tuning the sensations in your body and noticing the sensations, whatever they are. And now, whenever you're ready, gently sliding both the feet up towards the buttocks so that you end up with the knees pointing towards the ceiling, with both feet placed hips apart. We are going to do some pelvic tilt. Start by noticing how in this posture your lower back is in contact with the mat. Now tilting the pelvis so that the tailbone comes down onto the mat. Noticing the effects of doing this by noticing the arch in the lower back. Perhaps place your hand in this arch in the lower back, holding that position and gently breathing with it for a few moments. And now taking the hand away and tilting the pelvis in the opposite direction so the lower back comes down onto the mat, pelvis is still on the mat, and the tailbone is coming off the mat very slightly towards the ceiling and holding that for a few moments. And now tilting back the tailbone, arching your lower back, opening it, and noticing the sensations around your back. Doing these movements back and forth while also noticing your breath. Now coming to rest by lying in the neutral position with both legs outstretched. And now bringing both knees right up towards the chest, moving or circling your arms around your thighs underneath the knees or the shin bones, as if hugging your knees to the chest. Perhaps you might rock gently from side to side to massage the muscles on either side of your spine. If you would like to stretch a bit, experiment by bringing your head and shoulders off the mat. Now you're rocking gently, the head towards the knee, back and forth. When you're ready, coming to rest, moving the head and shoulders back down to the mat, letting the thighs and the legs outstretched onto the floor or the mat in the neutral position. And now gently tuning into the sensations in this body to notice the after effects of doing this stretch. Now lifting up the left knee and reaching out with your arms and holding on to the left thigh or the shin bone. Then squeezing it towards the chest as far it can go in this moment. Perhaps lifting up the head and shoulders again towards the knee. Continuing to breathe and notice the effects of this stretch on your breathing. Now slowly lowering the head and shoulder back onto the mat. Letting the left leg outstretched back onto the mat. Once again, gently tuning into the sensations on the both sides of the body and perhaps noticing the difference between one side of the body to the other. And now, when you're ready, lifting the right knee, reaching out with your hands, your arms holding around your thighs and the shin bone of the right leg, and squeezing it up towards the chest gently, not forcing, but moving up to the edge of the stretch. If you want to bring up your head or shoulders towards the knee, when you're ready, slowly bringing the head and shoulders back down to the mat and letting both legs outstretched again, back in the starting position. Just lying on your back with your hands on your sides and legs outstretched, feet falling apart from each other. And now bringing your attention to the movements of the breath, also noticing what sensations are here in this moment as best you can, allowing yourself to be just as you are, allowing your body to be just as it is right now. And now turning over, I'm coming up onto all fours. In this position, both hands and palm are directly underneath your shoulders and your knees, with the hips apart or directly under your hips, with your back straight. The posture is something like that of a table with four legs. Just remaining here for a few moments and noticing the breath. Now we are going to do some cat and cow stretches. On the next out breath, let the back come up as if you were a cat, arching it back, letting your head come down between your arms, giving your back a good stretch. And then on the next in breath, moving the head gradually up towards the ceiling, bringing the abdomen, belly hanging closer to the ground like a cow. And on the next out breath again, moving up into another cat stretch position, head comes down between the arms, and then letting the back move upwards for a stretch like a cat. And now moving slowly into the reverse position, and the head and shoulders will come up, and you may be able to look out ahead of you. Now, gently and slowly coming back down to the table posture, gently noticing the breath in this posture as best you can. And from this posture, now stretch out your left leg behind you. And as you do, see whether you can stretch out the right arm in front of you. So the left leg stretches behind and the right arm stretches in front of you. And you can look out over the fingers of your right hand. Now, this is a bit of a balancing act in this posture. Just remaining here, breathing. And when you're ready, bringing down the leg and bringing down the hand to the table posture. This time, on the next out breath, stretch out your right leg behind you, also stretching out your left arm in front of you, looking out over the fingers of the left hand, holding here for a few moments, breathing. And now bring your leg and arm down back to the table posture. Now slowly come to lying down on your back on the mat, tuning into the sensations of this body, allowing these sensations to be noticed just as they are in this moment. Whenever you're ready, bring both your knees again towards the ceiling. sliding the feet a little bit further towards the buttocks, a bit further apart, moving both your hands above the hand and letting them rest above the head. And now pushing off with your feet so that your buttocks and your lower back comes off the ground, making a half bridge pose. Simply resting on the push of the bottom of the feet and on your shoulders. And in this position, there is a lot of space to breathe, slowly breathing down into the abdomen. Perhaps noticing the sensations around your thighs. Now, once again, if this feels too difficult, just lower your body when it feels right. And when you feel ready, letting your body come down onto the mat, stretching out the legs and bringing the arms down to rest by the side of your body in the neutral position. Tune into the sensations of the after effects of this stretch in the feet, legs, back, shoulder, and head as best you can. And now, when you're ready, drawing up the knees once again so that you're pointed towards the ceiling, but this time keeping the legs and the feet together so that they are touching each other. Now bring both hands up behind the head, lacing the fingers together so that your head is resting on your fingers. We are going to do a twist stretch. So slightly tighten up your abdominal muscles and gently let the knees fall over the left hand side towards the floor. Right knee may come along with it or just stay there. As you breathe, turn your head towards the opposite direction so that your eyes are looking out over your right elbows. Now, when you're ready, bringing the knees back up to the central position and then tightening up the abdominal muscle, let the knees gently fall towards the right hand side of the body. And as you do so, turning your head to the left so that your eyes are looking out over your left elbow. And now, when you're ready, drawing the knees back up so that the feet are flat on the ground and turning your head back to the midline so that you're staring at the ceiling, unlacing the fingers and bringing the arms back down to your side as best you can, remaining to whatever sensations are here in this moment. Just being curious about what sensations are here. Whenever you're ready, rise the left leg slowly towards the ceiling as far you wanted it to go. When it gets into the air, feeling the effects of that. And noticing if any other parts of the body are involved. Tensed arms or tensed face, letting them to relax as best you can. Now circling the left foot in one direction slowly, as if painting the brush in circle. And now in the opposite direction. If you want to stretch slightly more, you can reach out with your arms, placing them behind your thighs, gently pulling the leg further upright, and move your head and shoulders off the mat towards the knee, if that's okay for you in this moment. Otherwise, just remaining here, the head and shoulders on the mat. And when you're ready, moving the head and shoulders back onto the mat and letting the leg stretch outwards, lowering slowly and noticing when the leg comes to touch the floor. Notice the sense of relief in the body and those muscles that have been working. Now gently lifting the right leg stretched upwards towards the ceiling as far you can do it, but not pushing beyond any limits, allowing your body to be just as it is. Start rotating the right ankle or foot in one direction, and now change it to the other direction. Again, if you want to stretch a bit, then reaching up and holding the thigh, pulling the leg further up into the vertical position, and let your head and shoulders come off the ground and face your knees. Breathing and tuning into the sensations in this pose. And when you're ready, moving the head and shoulders back down on the mat, tightening your abdominal muscles slightly. So very slowly lowering the right leg, taking several breaths as it slowly comes down towards the mat, towards the floor. And when it reaches the floor, now noticing the sense of relief as the floor supports the weight of the leg, and letting the leg stretch out again and just lying here breathing. And now, whenever you're ready, turning over to your left side of your body, keeping your head on your left hand, while your right hand can be placed in front of your body to support you as you lie here on the left side. Now, lifting the right leg up towards the ceiling sidewards as far it wants to go right now. Notice how the muscles are working on the side of your right thigh, tuning into any sensations that are coming up in this body. Breathe and notice the impact of these intense sensations on your breath. Also become aware of the sensations of balancing, exploring the edge of the sensations that comes from holding up the leg in this way. When you're ready, gradually lowering the left leg back down onto the floor. And now turning over onto your right side, with right hand supporting your head, with left hand in front of the body to support. And when you're ready, lifting your left leg towards the ceiling sidewards as far you wanted it to go. Holding it there, noticing the sensations on the left thigh and breathing into them, allowing them to be just as they are. And when we are ready, gently bringing the left leg very slowly back down to the floor. Now changing your position from being on your side to lying on your stomach, letting your face to rest on the right or left side, allowing your body to sink into the mat as you breathe in and breathe out. Now, when you're ready, lifting your head so that it rests on your chin and keeping the pelvis and both hips on the mat. Then gently and slowly lifting the right leg very slightly off the mat as far it can go, holding up the right leg and noticing the sensations of the muscles that are working, weight of the leg. Now slowly bringing your right leg down and now letting your face come down to rest on the left or right side and letting the stretch go, relaxing and allowing this body to sink onto the mat. And now moving the head so it rests on your chin again and lifting the left leg few centimeters off the ground while the hips are on the mat. Noticing the sensations of the left leg and the body while the leg being held upwards. When you're ready, bringing the leg down slowly to touch the mat. And once again, letting your head rest on the mat on either side, left or right, whatever suits for you right now. Now, bringing the chin once again to rest on the mat and both your feet together. On the next in breath, gently lifting the upper body so that your head, shoulders, and chest begin to come off the mat like a cobra position with both arms on the side of your body, noticing the sensations of your back while the shoulders and head are coming off the mat. Now gently letting it go and bringing your head and shoulders and chest down to the mat, allowing you to rest on one side of the face. And now, when you're ready, change your position to all fours, coming to stand on both hands and knees like a table. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. On the out breath, doing a cat stretch again, arching your mid back towards the ceiling, giving your back a good stretch to lengthen and loosen the muscles along the spine. Then coming to the cow's pose, with head moving towards the ceiling and belly towards the ground. Then on the out breath, come to the neutral pose onto all fours, simply tuning into the sensations of the in breath and out breath in this pose. Also noticing the sensations of the back. And while coming to the end of this practice, gently and mindfully breathing and relaxing, and slowly coming back to lying flat on your back on the mat. Both your hands resting on the sides of your body, legs outstretched, slightly rolling outwards. Perhaps allowing your eyes to close if this feels comfortable or letting your gaze soften. Just lying here and being aware of this body breathing. noticing the sensations of the whole body, a sense of coming home to this body, allowing this body to be as it is, simply lying in stillness. Also opening to acceptance of you and the wholeness within you. Now, on the ringing of the bell, gently opening your eyes and becoming aware of the space around you and carrying this awareness of this body as your life continues to unfold moment by moment.